With spring and summer just around the corner, I thought this would be the perfect time to finally make the video I've been wanting to make for you for such a long time. The more I talk about the technicalities with chemical versus mineral sunscreens and different types, I just feel like there's a little bit of backlash. I feel like there's a lot of controversy around the protection and how much and whatever. So I'm going to go over with you the things I know, and I want to rate them based off of if you have oily skin, what I would recommend, if you have dry skin, what I would recommend, and then overall my top favorite ones. And I also want to do a section where we talk about tinted SPFs and then also just classic traditional SPFs. And there's also a category in the middle where it's not like a tint in terms of a coverage, like a foundation style. It's more of a hue of color. I have such a huge collection of SPFs that I've been loving and trying and using, and some I hate and some I love, and some have fragrances and some are super clean, some don't have very much protection. So let's just go over it really quickly and I'll share with you all my favorite ones. I have my little matcha keeping us going. Also, I've talked about this mug in another video. I got it on Amazon. It's Ember, and it was a perfect gift that I just got my mom, and it just heats itself. It has a little app on my phone, so I kind of just pick the temperature and then it's warm the whole time I'm filming and I don't need to drink a cold matcha. Okay, so let's start off with body SPFs. This is my container of just collection of SPFs that I've had for such a long time. And a lot of this product is actually from Sunbum. My friend works at Sunbum, so we just get so much free SPF. The best SPF is the one you use. So that's the first thing I want to point out. My all-time favorite body SPF from a textural standpoint is this one, and it's from Dune Sun Care Bodyguard. It's a gel serum-like SPF, so it doesn't feel sticky or lotiony. It just feels like it soaks into your skin and moisturizes without leaving any kind of film. It has zero white cast. It has almost like this jelly consistency, but it just kind of like nourishes the skin. It doesn't really, it smells like SPF very faintly, but it's not like coconuts, you know? I'm not like a lover for like full coconut smelling SPF, so this is the one that I reach for the most for my body. Let's move on to actual sunscreens that don't have any tint. I want to talk about the levels of them, which ones have more protection, which ones I recommend. I will say that if you're somebody who breaks out from SPF, make sure you're using an oil cleanser at night to really break down the SPF, especially if it has zinc, because then your skin will essentially clog of this really heavy layer that cannot get removed unless you use oil. So I love the Prequel line cleanser oil and their regular gel cleanser, my favorite, and I feel like it really does clean out your skin without stripping it. But I wanted to just show you one that I feel like is expensive SPF. It should be amazing. It's from Shiseido and it's an SPF 60, and I actually purchased this with my own money. You can see how runny and how watery this is. Doesn't have much of a high zinc count, and it does leave quite a white cast, and it is SPF 60. I would not buy anything with a zinc count less than like 12%, but I also want it to be really high, and I want it to have like a glowy serum-y feel that's not like super thick. In my humble opinion, personally, I literally never reach for this, and I also think it's so expensive. I love Shiseido. I love that it is mineral, but I will say the zinc oxide is only 5.9%, so it's really low, and I never reach for it because I don't personally understand it being SPF 60, but then like low on protecting against everything. Like the percentage in it should be higher. Moving on to essentially the exact opposite. So this is one that I raved about when I very first started making videos. This is the Naked Sundays Collagen Glow 100% mineral. Very, very important. When I got a laser treatment and I came back, they said, whatever you have, just make sure it's 100% mineral. And a lot of these don't say 100% mineral. They don't really specify that. So that's something else to be aware of. There's so many weird sneaky labels with SPF that we just like don't know what to buy, and it's probably the most questions I get asked of like, what SPF should I get? And I feel like if you have oily skin, this might not be the one, but Naked Sundays Collagen Glow, I want you to see how thick this is, and it works as such. I've used so much of this. It works as an SPF primer and glow like moisturizer, but just the consistency is unbelievably thick. It almost, if you've ever tried Weleda skin food, where that's like super thick and heavy moisturizer, I think you'll like this if you like that, because it's the same feel, and it also, you can really tell that it coats your whole face. Like, it really is nourishing, and it works as a really nice primer. Love it. I've obviously used a lot of it, and I've gone through 3 tubes now. I haven't reached for it in a while. I think obviously just because I have so many new ones that I need to try, but this is like one of my OG favorite SPFs. Again, the transparency of saying 100% mineral sunscreen, SPF 50, and a 22.75 zinc count, you're amazing. Love. And since we're speaking on heavy duty, this one is Prequel's Sun Barrier Mineral SPF, and I bought this one recently to test out to see if I liked it, because I noticed myself recommending it to friends because I love Prequel so much, and I assumed their SPF would be so great since it's made by a dermatologist. Here's my take. I think it's great. It's definitely not as thick as the last one I showed you, and it's really moisturizing, but it does have a bit of a white cast, and I'm finding that some of these here have an even higher zinc count and no white cast. But in your morning skincare routine, and when you're getting ready and you want something that's moisturizing, it's going to really coat your skin with a good layer of SPF, this is so stinking good. Again, 18% zinc oxide. One of my next most used SPF is this one from Well People, and the label has actually come off. I think that says 14.8% zinc, SPF 34. I'll feel like I want to reapply this more frequently, but I want to show you the consistency of it and why I like to use it in the morning before I go out on a walk with my dog. I actually have it on right now because I like to coat my skin lightly and just have like a nice, just something when I go out on a walk in the morning with her. It's definitely liquidy. I would recommend this for someone with oily skin because it does feel more lightweight, especially compared to this one that I was talking about. It is so lightweight, and it's like cooling almost. It's very serum-like, and it doesn't really leave a white cast. So if you're looking for something, I think you can find this one at Target and other places, but it's also clean, non-toxic. So I absolutely love Well People. They have such great products. It's very accessible. It's very affordable. It's very trustworthy. I have a toss-up between the two of these because I feel like they kind of go in the same world. Lower zinc oxide, so they're about 10, both of them. Both lightweight. I would say that this one from Well People is a very similar texture, but these almost have a little bit of a glow to them. I used this all the time at one point, and then when I started to learn about the zinc count, I wanted it to be a little bit higher, so I kind of stopped using them, but they're both really good. They both work under makeup really well. I actually used this one in my last couple of YouTube videos. Really lightweight, again, similar to the Well People. I'm not mad at it. I just would prefer a higher zinc count. The smell of it is almost like Play-Doh. And then this is the texture of the Tatcha. It's more liquidy, a little bit more white cast to it, especially in the beginning, and then it soaks in. It does leave you with a glow, so you could use it if you have oily skin, but I would probably not pick this one. This is Japanese, and I highly recommend, if you ever want to find SPF that you love, do some research and find any that are Korean, that are Japanese. They absolutely crush the skincare game, more so than anyone else. So just keep that in mind. Just as an example of one that I don't like, and it's funny because my friend came over and saw that I just got this, and she's like, oh my God, that's my favorite product ever. Like, I love it. It's the best. I tried it and I was honestly like not thrilled. It's the Ultraviolet Sunscreen SPF 50 all-in-one. So it's hydration. It has SPF 50, is chemical. And I saw it in Sephora and I'm like, okay, well, they must be doing well, you know? But this is the texture. The smell is so gnarly. So like fumey. It smells like something, if you put your face up to it long enough, it will make you sick. I keep it though because I want to try it again and I want to like it. I'm not giving up on it yet. I'm just saying. This product is my #1 best SPF that I would recommend to you if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you're older, if you're younger, it doesn't matter. I think this is the best SPF that has ever been made, personally. This is the Beauty of Joseon. It just has everything. I just can't even. Nothing bad. It soaks in immediately. It feels very lotiony. SPF 50. It lives with me all the time. It's my favorite hand moisturizer. I leave it in my purse. It's in my set bag. I have bottles of this everywhere. It's moisturizing without thick and sticky, and like my hands don't feel like it has any film on it. I've also learned about not leaving your SPF in the car, because if you leave in the car, the heat and the different temperature changes will lose its protection eventually. So you need to really be careful. And if you're going to keep it on you and be safe, don't leave it in your car, but leave it in your purse so it's just on you and it's not sitting in your car. So it's the perfect throw on in the morning, throw on midday, retouch up, glow up your skin. But like, see, my skin doesn't have like a super slippery feeling. It's like very there. I can't explain it. It's so freaking good. This is the best. So over all my SPFs, if I had oily skin, I would choose these two for you. And especially for me, also someone with really dry skin, it works really well, because then I can also put on a moisturizer and not feel like I'm overdoing my products. I can still do my skincare and not feel super thick and sticky. But I will say, because it is lighter, I would use it more frequently because it soaks in instead of sits on top. Although I do know that this is a chemical SPF, which is why it soaks in so well. Like zinc ones, like I said, they're a little bit thicker, they have the white cast, they're heavier, they're less desirable. But with this being a chemical sunscreen, it's still not manufactured in the United States. It's organic and we can trust their products. It honestly, it feels really, really good on my skin. So I trust an organic chemical SPF, especially with all that being said. We are now gonna migrate into more of the tints. Not the ones that are foundations, but the ones that kind of give you more of a glowy base or a bronze base. This is one that I use often, and I have two different shades. I actually have all the shades, but two that I use the most. This is the Daily Tinted Fluid SPF from Beauty of Joseon, SPF 40, but they're zinc oxide 20.9%. And the reason I love these is because it has such a high zinc count. It's very serum-like, so I would be careful if you had oily skin. Doesn't cover my skin tone much, but it leaves you with a super shiny, hydrated, glowy base that's like very glass skin. I have a bronze color, which I'll show you on this hand, but I used this one also in a recent YouTube video because I do really like the pigment that it gives, and it's really light, but it also kind of bronzes up your skin. The difference is very subtle, but it's there. I highly recommend this for just an everyday daily user for under your makeup if you have dry skin. Probably not if you are an oily girly. This is my most used recently, other than the Beauty of Joseon I was talking about. This is from Bigger Than Beauty, and it's, I love this brand. I love what they stand for. They give back so much. They care so much. It's clean, non-toxic. The skincare line is amazing. Carissa Bogner, who's the same owner as Thrive Cosmetics, and I'm promoting this one because it has 19% zinc oxide. It's clean, non-toxic. It's SPF 50, and it works so well under makeup. And I want you to see the texture. It's a little bit thicker. I would say it works for any skin type because it does soak in really well. And like whenever it says primer, you can probably trust that it is better for people with oily skin, because the other ones can be like too much of an oil. So hydrating. The smell is unique, but it doesn't bother me. I love the glow that it gives my skin. I think it's so pretty under makeup. This product is underrated to me. I feel like I don't use it enough, but I absolutely love it. Good weather skin. It's SPF 30 mineral sunscreen with a zinc oxide of 15%. Who do I think this product is good for? I say everybody, because it does soak in, but it leaves you a glowy finish. Kind of serum-like, but it's also a little bit oily, but I feel like you just give this a second and it fully soaks in, and it feels like a really good nourishing primer. I can feel it on my hands, but not for too long. Like I said, it's serum-like, so it does soak in, but it does leave you with a nice silky finish. It's not very tacky, it's more nourishing, but it's not slippery or oily. So I really like this one. It kind of goes in its own category. This is one that is in my bathroom that I use all the time because I like to use their glow serum in the day. I think Wise is one of my favorite skincare brands just from an aesthetic luxury standpoint. It's a glass bottle. It has the gold accents. It is a chemical SPF. It feels amazing on the skin. It has a very unique glow. It is more shimmer in this specific sunscreen than any others that I own. It's very easy to apply. There is zero white cast. It's moisturizing and not oily. And I feel like if I go out throughout my day and I don't wear any makeup and I just put this on, my skin just looks perfect and like glowy, and I don't need anything else. I think it's amazing, but I also could see why a little bit of that glowy shimmer, I mean, it's not like glittery, it's just like a sheen, really subtle, almost like the highlighter you'd put on that's like a stick that's creamy. It's that same kind of idea, but not as glittery. Like, don't let the glitter thing scare you, because I hate glitter and I've been using this and I reach for it all the time. This product's been popping off online. It's the Color Science Flex SPF, and it's such a fun one to use. And I love to use both of these for when I'm doing physical activity, running, going to the gym, doing a workout where I don't want to wear makeup, but like don't want redness and I kind of want to look a little put together. 12% zinc count, I think. It's 12%. So it's not that high, but it comes out white. It's not runny at all. And then when you mix it into your skin, I've made videos on this before because it's just like amazing to me. And then all of a sudden it turns your skin tone and it covers. This is in color medium and it's the perfect color for me, and it just adheres to your skin. It makes it glowy. It kind of looks like you're wearing a skin tint. I don't even know if I would consider this a tint. It's really lightweight, but like it's definitely more coverage, that's for sure. You can see when I take off half what it looks like. Like, it definitely has pigment there, so I love it. I love it when I'm going out on a run or going to coffee with my girlfriends and I don't want to wear too much makeup, but I still want to look like I have something on. This is perfect. I also have their under eye cream. It's like a brightener, concealer, but it's SPF as well, so that's a really good product too. Now we're getting more into the foundation-y. It's not even foundation, it's not a hue of bronze, it's more like it's actually a tint. Obviously, this is called the slip tint for a reason. It has a really high zinc count, 15%. Keep in mind that if you're using something like this that has foundation pigment in it and something that's other than sunscreen, it's diluting the actual sunscreen itself. So I would always put on something else underneath of something like this. And by the time you start layering too many products like that, your skin can look really oily. So it's better to use something like this that's more of a lotion that goes underneath, that's more of a serum, and then use this, because otherwise it'll just be way too much. So I want to show you, it's definitely a thicker consistency. Some people swear by this, so I don't mean to deter you. And if you love this, I think you're right to love it. I just think for me, it smells really weird and it sits on top of the skin and it doesn't soak in and it doesn't like make my skin look flattering. I think it just catches too much light and it doesn't really settle well. And I personally just think there is better, which I'm about to get into. I did a side-by-side because I felt like Say and Tower 28 kind of like go hand in hand with the clean, non-toxic world. These are both very comparable to where I'd be like, I don't know which one is better. This one has a higher zinc count, but this one looks better on the skin. So this one is a 12.6%, which to me, again, over 12. I like the color better. This is color Mulholland. I feel like it's less oily and it lasts longer. Like, I did a full day of a side-by-side of Tower 28 and Say, and there are some products I like from Say more than I liked from Tower 28, vice versa. But this specifically, I loved so much more than that one. If you've tried the Typology skin tint, it doesn't have SPF in it, so it's not in this video, but this feels very similar in that it just looks like your skin but better, and it's not too oily and it sits really well. It's a little bit thicker. This has like actual little beads of what looks like oil in the makeup, so that's another reason why I would kind of steer clear of it unless you're going for that like super glass, like in your face shine skin. But personally, I feel like the light catches on me in areas that I don't want it to, and I want to be able to control it. So the Tower 28 Sunny Days is one of my most used skin tints that I would recommend for you to get for spring, summer. I'll also link the video up above where I talk about these two products hand in hand to show you which one I liked more. I love this product from Versed. It's SPF 40, zinc 13.1%, such good coverage. The pigment is perfect. I'm in color 5N and it's not runny, it's not oily, and it definitely has more coverage than the other two, which I can really appreciate, especially like, you know, set and setting. Like sometimes I want more coverage and sometimes I don't, depends on what I'm doing. I wouldn't wear this and go to the gym or go to a workout, but I would wear it for like every day. It's definitely more foundation-like, but I appreciate that it has SPF and I appreciate that it's mineral and I appreciate the coverage. Overall, I think it's a 9 out of 10 product. I don't have much bad to say about it, but it's not my favorite. So it's not a 10 out of 10. The most used tinted SPF that I have that I love the most is this one from CL, and you know because I've used it so much. It's a mineral SPF with zinc oxide 12%. This is light medium 04. It is the most coverage that I own and it just looks so pretty. Like I think on anybody, oily or not, the coverage of this is very similar to the one from Versed, but I just reach for this one more. I feel like it's less watery and less heavy, so it feels like it just kind of covers so well. And it's not even a tint, it's like a foundation, but it looks invisible. So if you want that flawless skin during the day that doesn't look heavy, love, obsessed, like so good. A couple little bonuses because they have SPF in them. This is the RMS Refresh Eye Brightener, and it's so freaking pretty as a color corrector, as a hydrator, as an eye brightener, everything you want in an under eye product. And it has zinc oxide 12%. So it just, it's so good. It keeps your eyes from looking that dry creepiness throughout the day. So this is a really good under eye color corrector if you have really dark hollow under eyes and you want it to look canceled out, but you don't want to wear too much concealer. Like I find that you don't even really need to set this. It's just so freaking like chef's kiss. I use color Cherish. And then last bonus product is CL also has things like blushes and contour sticks, but this color is Bahati on like a liquid and then it just diffuses in almost like a cream or powder, and it lasts a really long time. To sum this video up, I wanted to share with you my top 5 SPFs that I would recommend to anybody. The ones I use the most out of my entire collection, these are the ones I recommend. My number 1 for under makeup is this one from Bigger Than Beauty, Mineral SPF 50. This is my number 1 most used tinted SPF. If I'm not wearing makeup or I just wake up and I want to go on my walk, these are the ones that I'm putting on. I have 3 that I rotate from. The Well People SPF, love her. She's great for oily skin, for dry skin, anybody's skin type. This is perfect. It's very nourishing and hydrating. This is the Beauty of Joseon SPF. Any of them are amazing. They're very watery. They're good for anyone's skin type. It doesn't leave a white cast, but it's organic. So if you want a good chemical SPF, pick this one. If you want a good mineral SPF, pick this one. And then for a really good heavy duty, if you want an everyday SPF that has a little bit of a white cast but protects against everything and it's just amazing, is this one from Prequel. Those are my recs. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that was a lot. I have so many products. I have some that I didn't even talk about. Please let me know in the comments if you have favorite SPFs that you use all the time, because I would love to try them if I haven't yet, because I'm always on the hunt and I'm always using so much of it that I kind of turn and burn a lot of these. So would love to know. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, don't forget to tell me in the comments if you have any recommendations on future videos, because I'm gonna start cranking them out. I'm gonna try and get 2 out a week. So I'll see you in the next one.